Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial, which I haven't done a makeup tutorial since like September. I'm so sorry guys. I know so many of you always ask me to do them based on a lot of makeup looks I do, because you guys know that I've always got some crazy mad makeup going on. So anyway, today I really wanted to use, where is it? Oh, it's here. I really wanted to use the new Too Faced Chocolate Gold eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love this palette. It's stunning. I can't recommend it highly enough. The shades are so pigmented and it is limited edition, so if you do want to get it for the holidays, definitely get it. And if you want it as a gift, I would start dropping hints from now. And what else I'm using? Also the Too Faced Melted Matte liquid lipstick in Gingerbread Man, which is also limited edition for the holidays. Such a gorgeous kind of gingerbread type orange shade. It's stunning. I'm using this Primark highlighter for the first time. It's called Champagne Pure Glow Highlighter, which is also gorgeous. Whoa, and broken. And I'm also using the new Urban Decay All Nighter concealers as well. So I wanted to try a bunch of new things, so I thought I'd do a makeup tutorial based on this. This is very kind of fall, kind of autumnal, I guess, even though we are in the height of winter now. But I really wanted to use kind of gold tones. And my earrings are from Topshop. My Doom or Gloom t-shirt is limited edition by Ashish for River Island for London Fashion Week. So that's it really. So I just wanted to do something golden eyes, smoky golden eyes. Been ages since I've done a look like that. And rather than doing like the classic nude lip or a red lip, which you could do with this kind of eyes, with these kind of eyes, I really wanted to kind of do something slightly burnt orangey. And that is where this look has come about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you'd like me to do more, let me know below. Give me some ideas, throw some things my way. You know I always love to use different types of bright colours, but I'm also happy for you to do kind of more neutral, nudish sort of looks. If that's what you guys would like to see, just let me know below. Other than that, I hope you guys are wonderful and great. Thank you so much for always watching my videos, for supporting me and always being there for me, and just being generally amazing. So I'll see you all in the video. Bye.
Hello everybody. So first off, let's start with the bases, which is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Enigma, which is a matte and very neutral primer. Then for the face, I'm using my PS primer water from Primark, spraying it all over my face. I love this primer. It's one of my favorites of the year. And I'm just patting it in. Then I'm using the LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation, which is an amazing medium to full buildable coverage foundation. I've used 2 squirts on my hand and I'm just evenly dotting it all over my face. Then the brush I'm using to blend it in is the Morphe M439 Deluxe Buffer Brush, which is one of my favorite brushes as well. So I'm just blending it all in to give myself a nice even coverage all over. This foundation is a tad dark for me, but it's enough for me to be kind of happy with how it is. And then eyebrows I'm doing off camera. My brow routine is below for you guys. Then I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer. The first shade I'm using is medium dark warm, and then I am going over it with a medium neutral, which is slightly lighter. So this is color correcting as well as highlighting. So I'm also applying it to the high points of my face, and then I am going to blend it all in with a beauty blender. Make sure your beauty blender is very damp for this, because this concealer itself is a little bit thick, and that little bit of moisture in the beauty blender makes it a lot more easier to blend in, because obviously you don't want any very obvious harsh lines when you are blending it onto the various different points of your face. Then I'm going to be using the NYX HD powder in the shade Banana, and I'm just covering those areas you just saw me apply the concealer with a Real Techniques contour brush. I also do it around the eyebrows because that's where I place concealer when I've done my eyebrows, and then I also powder down my eyes to make them nice and soft and smooth before I apply what's it called, eyeshadow. And then I'm using the Peach Perfect powder, translucent peach powder, whatever it's called, and I am applying it all over the face using my Sigma large powder F30 brush. This is just to set my foundation. Then I'm applying a little bit of lip balm. It's a Carmex one, which I use all the time, just to prep my lips and get them all soft and moisturized for later on. Now we're going to be using the Chocolate Gold eyeshadow palette from Too Faced. Yeah! So the first shade we're using is Rolling in the Dough, and I'm applying it all over my eye with a Sigma brush. I will list all my brushes below because I sometimes forget what they are. Then I'm using the shade Rich Girl, and I'm applying this to the brow bone because I always like, in case you haven't noticed, a very obvious brow highlight. Then I'm first using the shade So Bougie, and I'm using a Morphe M330 blending brush, going backwards and forwards in the crease to give myself a nice transitional shade, but also to create some depth and dimension. And then I'm using the same brush, and I'm using the shade Cocoa Truffle, and I'm just going directly into the crease as opposed to above it, like I did with the other shade, and making sure that the lighter and darker shades blend into each other seamlessly. Then I'm going into the outer V with a shade called Decadent. This is a no-name brush I'm using. It's just a dense, fluffy brush, and I'm applying it into the outer V very softly because it's a black shade. So this is one of those ones which you do have to build up, and I'm using the same Morphe brush just to blend out the harsh lines around it. And then the idea with building up a black shade is that you slowly build it up. See, again, look at that. See, the tiniest little amount. Go into the outer V again, blend, because when it comes to black, it's better to go in bit by bit rather than too much, and then it looks dreadful. Then for the lid shade, I'm using the shade called Chocolate Gold. I'm applying it all over the lid with a Royal and Langnickel eyeshader brush. This is an amazing, intense Indian gold shade is what I call it, because it looks like Indian gold, which is very, very yellow. And I'm applying it all over the lid and right up to the bit where the black is. Then I'm using that same brush as before and just blending the black and gold together. Now to set my eyebrows, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, which is my favorite brow gel, which I always use after eyeshadow to make sure I get rid of any shadow particles, to tidy them up and keep them in place. Then for eyeliner, I'm using my NYC liquid eyeliner. I don't think you can buy this in the UK. I bought mine in Canada and America as well. I've got like a backup of God knows how many. But this is just me doing it at normal speed, just so you guys can see. I apply most of the product all over the eye, and then the wing I use the tiniest little bit, like the leftover bit, because you don't want to go overboard with the wing. You want to use minimal product. You want to use most of the product on top of the actual eyes itself, so that there you can see me doing it quite softly, so that I have a nice sharp line. Then I'm using the Revlon Multiplier Mascara to prep my eyes for my Huda Beauty Lana eyelashes. And I'm applying this with a Bourjois lash applicator, but for some weird reason, I still don't know why, I use that to put them in place. Then I use my Tweezerman tweezers to kind of pull them around. I think I'm the only person who uses 2 tweezers to do this. No, I can't use my hands. I will never be good enough to use just my hand. I have to use 2 tweezers just because I'm extra. Now I'm using the shade Cocoa Truffle again, and I am going and blending it into the lower lash line using a Royal and Langnickel Pro Pencil blender brush. This is again just to give a bit of warmth to the eyes. And then I'm using my Rimmel Scandalized Kohl Kajal, which is in the shade Black, and I'm applying it to my waterline as I always do every day. Now I'm using the shade Gold Dipped, and I'm applying it to my tear duct with a MAC pencil brush. Then I'm using Push Up Angel by Mascara by Maybelline, which I always use for my lower lash line. And now voila, my eyes are done. Now I'm using Too Faced's Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I was kind of going for a whole Too Faced kind of theme in this video, in case you haven't noticed. And I'm applying it to my cheekbones using a Sigma Large Angled Contour F40 brush. This is to make my face look a little bit more face-like and a little less flat, because obviously foundation makes your face look very flat and very two-dimensional. So this is to bring a bit more dimension into it. I haven't been to the gym in a while. That double chin is showing itself, man. It needs to be gone. Now I'm using the Coty translucent powder, and I'm carving out my cheekbones using the Morphe M459 contour brush. This is just to sharpen up and tidy up my contour so that it looks a lot sharper and a lot neater and a lot less messy. And then I am removing all those areas and blending it in with a Real Techniques contour brush. For blush, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Radiant Blush Kit. I'm using the shade Terrace, and I am using a Morphe E3 blusher brush to apply it to the backs of my cheekbones, as I always do because I have a round face. Now I'm using the Primark Pure Glow highlighter in the shade Champagne, and I'm applying it to my cheekbones using the Morphe M310 large fan brush. This highlighter is amazing, by the way. It's only £2.50, so worth getting. I have this one, and I think it's Rose Prosecco. Really worth looking into if you ever get the opportunity. So I'm just highlighting up all the random points of my face that I like to do. I've also started doing this between my eyes recently as well. It gives your nose a little bit more shape to it. And then I'm just tidying up the bits of my face which I think looked messy. And then I'm using the Gingerbread Man Too Faced Liquid Liquefied Melted Matte Lipstick, whatever it's called. It's limited edition for the holidays. It's a gorgeous burnt deep orange shade. It's almost bordering on red. And then I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray just to finish off this entire look and to make sure that nothing moves throughout the day. And voila, we are done. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all soon. Bye!